listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof on Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof on Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
True, because she said those aren't buoys. all right. Woo! Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday with a Y in the middle. March 3rd, 2023. How are we? Good. Just walked through the door, been out working, taking care of business, the TCBs of life. Barely made it home, but said I'd be 3 minutes late. I was 3 minutes late. I know my lengths. I know my distances. I know my time, stop signs. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to try to do a show here tonight because I am just tired. I slept wonderfully. But my schedule's a little messed up today, so I'm really hungry. It's like I went and worked out. I did half my workout because I ran out of time, and then went to my parents' house to feed the dog, and then I left there at 12 minutes to 7 because I fell asleep for 15 minutes on the couch, and I woke up with a half a sub in my hand again. But I rushed home as fast as I could, and here we are. So tonight I want to talk about the reality of sleeping while the abductions go on, because a lot of people have been abducted, and a lot of people share the same exact story. I'm not talking a little variation. I'm talking people experience the exact same thing. They're pulled out of their bed. They don't realize it. They're going through walls. They're going up in the trees. They're in a light. They're sucked into a room. It looks like a medical facility. They can't really see the walls, but something comes down over them. It goes over their eyes, their mouth, their nose, whatever. And then next thing you know, they feel, like they can't move anymore. All they can do is this, right? What is this? No, that's not how hockey goalies train, although it is. This is sleep paralysis. That's what that is. So, is there a logical explanation why millions of people in history have repeated the same dream? Because I can't think of any other dream. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are there other dreams where you're not abducted, but they say, sleep paralysis, you never even knew. You were sleeping the whole time. But nobody says that. Only when it comes to aliens. It's a crock of shit, that's why. It is. It's a crock of shit excuse. It's not real. I'm telling you right now, it isn't real. Yeah, sleep paralysis is real. But that's not why millions of people in history have been abducted, claim they've been abducted. Some people with evidence, people passed lie detector tests because it's so real, right? That's what you're going to tell me. Rich, it's a dream, They're sleeping. Of course it seems real. You have dreams. You said yours seem real. But they feel like dreams. They're real, but they're still a dream. I can tell. I don't think I'm walking around touching alien spaceships, while my mom watches in the kitchen. I don't think that really happened. I think I had a dream, several. I have no evidence. Nobody really does. And the evidence we get is always something wrong with it, right? Well, that's not my shirt. Why is it on backwards? I had buttons on mine. Why is there zip? I don't get it. Yeah, those kind of stories, those are interesting, but there's just too much going on in that play. So it's a very, very controversial. Every time I talk about and say the word abduction, I don't think about, kids being taken and shit like that. I think alien abduction when I'm talking abduction. So when I say that, even though I'm out talking to people on the street or family, and every time I say the word abduction, it just, there's a jolt that goes through me. I don't know what it is. Abduction. See? Abduction. Oh. That was an obvious one. Abduction. Oh. See? Roll call it, Rich. Okay. Boston Deadhead. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Sam O. The show welcomes you. Ho, hey, ha, ha. Rebecca Wiles. The wild one. The one who ate the mouse. The canary. You always, that picture, it's like, I told you I was going to eat the mouse, didn't I? As soon as you turned your back, boop. Dave Bailey, what do you say? How do you be there, Chief? Sleepwalking is weird. It is still a thing, and I've never experienced it. Or have I ever experienced any of my lady friends over the years? No, it's never happened. They just leave. No, I'm kidding. Hey, Natural Spirit, how you doing? Yes, the Grays, those cheeky bastards. How you doing, Alfie JB? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. Death Proof Bum 01, oh my. Yeah, I want to say thank you for the super chat before the show started. Who sent that? I can't remember who did the super chat before the show, but to that guy, It was a guy. Thank you. Who was it? Peter McLeese. Dude, my mate Mrs. recorded him while sleeping. I'm seeing it. She recorded him while he was sleeping, and there's got to be more to that story. Welcome to the show. Conundrum. What do you say to that, Chief? Hey, Mr. Wilcox, David. We always hear about these lie detector tests, but we never see the data. You want to know why? You want to know why? And I'll tell you why, because they'll tell you. You won't know how to read it. Do you know how easy it is to read a lie detector graph, a chart? It's so freaking stupidly easy. And it's exactly what you think it is. Oh, the needle went, like an earthquake, something happened. Yes, something happened. The bigger the needle, the bigger the lie, the bigger the deception. Sometimes you get false needles, right? You got to know how to figure that shit out too. Oh yeah, different levels and all that. No, it's easy. Sam O. Oh, I already said it. How you doing? Intergalactic Overhaul. Welcome to the show. Hey, Chicago 420. That you're in. Part of the family. I think the hypnotic regression therapy stuff is bullshit too. Ooh. Good that you brought that up. I'm going to do roll call as I just go down the road. I'm just talking. Because this is a very interesting part of our field. This is one of the things that you want to happen to you. You do. You don't? Well, if you're a researcher, you want this to happen to you. You do. And you're not doing real research if you don't. Now, I have a theory that we've all have been abducted and marked since birth. I don't know if that's true, but it could be. The regression, the hypnotic regression therapy, you know what? It's important work. Even though it's like everything in this field, Chicago 420, everything in this field is with a grain of salt or not accurate enough to be used in court. It's always going to be that way with this. Until it isn't. But it is. This is the world of ufology, aliens, all that stuff. We get pictures, we get audio, but just not good enough. It's only good enough to keep you interested and to say, I don't know, looks like it, but he sounds legit. Yeah, the best liars sound legit. I know a lot of people in here have had abduction scenarios or have been in the vicinity of a UFO within hundreds of feet. There's a couple of you in here, and I would think you people who've had those closer encounters where you see the show. I've never had that in reality, but those people, like in dreams, I have. Not in waking. But for those of you who have had those experiences while awake, I think you're not only marked, but you're important, right? And I'm only talking about people that really know they saw a UFO chasing them, following them, an alien in their bedroom, or in their house or on their property, or they saw one nearby. If you see an alien nearby, you've already been abducted. You won't know when it happens. That's the beauty of it all. You don't know when it happens. It could have happened to me while I was at my parents' house, hence why I fell asleep for no freaking reason, with food in my hand, I don't know. I could have been. Don't feel like it. But that's how it happens. And it always surprises me when people say, I've been abducted since I've been 5 years old. Let's talk about Angelique. She's one of these people that claims she's seen aliens, They talked to her. She talked to them on an interview. She was like, if I'm sitting here talking to you and I go, yeah, I know. They want to meet you. That's what she was doing. Like they were right there next to her. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So stupid. No, I'm sorry. I don't think aliens work that way. They could. Sure. Anything is possible. But I'm not just going to wave the white flag and say, I can't prove it. So your story sounds good enough to me. You seem nice. You seem legit. You used to have a really good job, until you didn't. Yeah, I don't know, guys. You go back to Betty and Barney Hill. I know a lot of people love that story. It's a good one. They were like the Travis Walton of their day, but better than that, because he was abducted. Or not. And I don't know if I would, Travis Walton. I don't think he was really abducted. No, and I'm going to tell you why. Of course. I thought about this a lot. I've met him. I've had conversations with him. I've seen him at events. The guy's everywhere. And especially in Arizona, he goes to a lot of these things or invited. But he's never been, I guess that's just his personality. He always seemed like he doesn't want to talk to anybody. He gives that vibe. Like when you see him at these conventions and other things, he's by himself. He doesn't have any bodyguards, doesn't have any family with him, always by himself. Always. I've never seen him with anyone else. I think he wants the least amount of people around him so he doesn't have to engage in a lie. I don't know. He just doesn't seem like somebody who was abducted to me. What do you think? They're going to be like, hey, I was abducted? No, but he's got like my resting face is a bitch face, right? I always look like I want to murder your family just sitting here like this, It's like, my God, what's with that guy? He's in a great mood. He's in a great mood? Yeah, it's his bitch face. Can't help it. And he's got that. He's got worse than I do. And he looks like you don't want to talk to him. Is that Travis Walton? Yeah, God, he looks miserable. I know, I'm not going to talk to him. Yeah, screw that guy, Or, is that Travis Walton? Jesus, he looks miserable. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to anybody, I guess. So let's go talk to him. That's what you should do. Next time, we'll get Travis in the corner and won't let him go. I'm going to hold his head in the toilet and give him a swirly until he tells me the truth. Tell me the truth. Were you abducted? Why'd you fail the game show? Why'd you fail the game show? You answered all those questions correctly, but when they asked you if you were really abducted by aliens, you failed. Oh, it was fixed, Rich. It was, you prick, you motherless. Fixed my ass. He failed twice. He failed twice. Travis Walton. The very first lie detector he ever took, failed it. And the last one he took, the game show, failed it. He has 4 to 5 truthful lie detector tests bookended by the biggest and the most important of those lie detector tests as lies. Lie, truth, lie. No, sorry, not sorry. You're a liar. I don't believe him. I really don't. Nope. I used to up until this moment, just right now. I stopped believing him. All right. I don't care about Canada. Canada did their first UFO study in nearly 30 years, or they're about to. Document reveals first known Canadian UFO study in nearly 30 years now underway. So what? So, you might as well not have told me, because we're not going to hear anything or learn anything from it. By the way, you can help support the show, Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. And like I said, March is going to be the best month for us here, even though we're only 3 days in. You'll see. Johnny D with $2. These aliens are probably hostile. I wonder if they are. We've been told that if we saw what they really looked like, it would scare us. And people who have seen the aliens, apparently one guy's hair turned white. The fuck? You know? People's hair, I don't understand how you can get that scared your hair turns white. That's crazy. It happens, though. Thank you, Johnny D. Yeah, they are. They probably are. That's why they're setting us up for the threat. That's what the threat has been. Maybe it is true. Thank you, though, Johnny D. Appreciate the $2 super duper chat. The Legend of Unlockable Character. I see a bunch of new people in here. Thanks for hanging out at Goof On tonight. If you could, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and thumbs up. Some of them are hostile, I heard. And then look what it says. Face, fuchsia, tongue out. Why can't StreamYard just put the emojis in the correct format? Why does this have to be worded? I hate that. But thank you, The Legend of Unlockable Character. Some of them are. They have to be. Unless they're like cyborgs, you know, half alive, half, or portions or whatever. I don't know, man. You know? It's hard to believe, though, that people aren't being abducted. It's hard to believe that it's not happening. No, I do. I really do. I have a feeling. How can you dismiss? See, if people were dreaming, all right, let's say they were dreaming of being abducted, but they were different aliens, not always the grays or a beautiful, tall, white type of thing, you know, because that's the general one we hear all the time, right? Those are the ones we get to hear. And sometimes a reptilian will come in and he had a mask on. A reptilian had a mask. Like, why would they have a, no, you know? Anyway, if it's real, my God, that's the whole thing. That's what's scary. Abductions, because they're real. They are. Yeah, I think they are. Even though there's no hard proof, there's enough of it. And how can you deny it, though? Like, why do we all see the same thing? Even before this stuff went mainstream and people didn't have TVs, they saw the grays. Shit. They've got paintings, frescoes, artwork, wall art, all sorts of stuff throughout the thousands of years history of these funny looking shapes in the sky flying around with lights. I was told anything with the green, red, yellow, or blue light is not alien. It's ours. And anything, if you got a, I don't know, orange, pink, lavender, yeah, those are aliens. Well, it makes sense because if they have lights on them, they would have to have the green and the red light, you know, FAA. It's so stupid. I think Richard Doty came up with that. I think that's where that came from. Death Proof Bum 01 with the £5, £5. Have a fiver, because March is going to be your bestest month. Maybe. No, it will be. Actually, January this year was the best month on record for Goof On. Ever. But I don't care. What? We'll see. I appreciate that, though. I needed it. I needed that for a reality check. Yeah, it's really happening. Let's say it is. Why aren't we scared out of our minds? Right? If it was real, don't you think there should be panic? People are dreaming of aliens and being abducted, and they're all seeing the same thing. Sort of, to a degree. Right? That's weird. That's weird to me. That's not normal. If we all dreamed of seeing, I don't know, eagles, sharks, bears, lions, giraffes, why is it always going back to the alien? See, we can say sleep paralysis is the easiest explanation because that's what these mainstream motherless whores do. Same thing they did with the crop circles. It's Doug and Dave with the board and rope. Oh, that's it. I knew it was a hoax. We all know crop circles are a little more complex than a board and rope. And two schmucks who supposedly nobody said anything when Doug and Dave were called the guys who were making all of the crop circles around the world. Doug and Dave were like 70 at the time, retired government workers, right? They worked from the government. Oh, they're just out there with a board and some rope. You step on the board, you lift it, you step it, you lift it. It's amazing. Anything, right? Phoenix Lights. They showed the flares that looked nothing like what the Phoenix Lights looked like. Oh, that's it. Nobody even mentioned the 8 o'clock sighting anymore. They just talked about the flare dropping at 10, which wasn't a UFO. And everybody you ask who doesn't really know the Phoenix Lights like we do, they say, oh, yeah, that was the string of lights we saw. I'm like, no, that's not the Phoenix Lights. See, they don't know. But they remember the last thing they heard, and that was mainstream media saying that it's flares. It's Doug and Dave. It's a weather balloon. It's a spy balloon. Easy explanations. Done. They did their job. Next story, please. They always have an answer at the ready. Yeah, it's frustrating for sure. Very frustrating. This Arrow office, the whatever it is, what is it called? AARO. Slow getting out of the gate. They're not even ready for shit. What an embarrassment. Really, but who cares? If you think about it, we, just us here tonight and a few of us who do research, we're the only ones that care. It's really nobody. Nobody cares about aliens or UFOs. It is so far at the bottom of anything interesting in society and life that I don't even know why I do this. That's how low on the totem pole it is of things that are important in our lives. Too many other things going on right now. Too many crazy things. A war, train derailments, toxic shit, bad weather, the border. You got inflation, which, by the way, after summer or during the summer, oh my God. You ain't seen nothing yet. Gas prices are low, but holy shit. It's coming. It's going to be unbelievably bad. $7 a gallon. It's coming. You'll see. You'll see. And that's $7 for the places that are at $3.09 like I was today. We're going to go up to $7. I hope not. They can nix that by opening up the pipeline and doing all sorts of shit. They could automatically stop this nonsense with one signature the way he started it. Anyway, I don't know why I got off on that, but where are we? 738. Thanks, Death Proof Bum 01. A continuing supporter of GoofOn. Mucho gusto, generoso. William Bridges, like, I want to get violated by an alien. Yeah, please. Ha. You won't know it. Come on. We've all been violated anyway before. Just close your eyes and make believe you're at confession. That wasn't nice. Thank you, Mr. Bridges. A continuing supporter of GoofOn. And a huge supporter of GoofOn. Thank you. Yeah. You do, but you don't. Right? I've had my dreams. I never felt like I've had anything intrusive done to me other than the light that was in my ear, which my ear hurt for like a week after that, believe it or not. Thanks, Mr. B. Mucho gusto, generoso. Views with a Z. $5 super duper. Well, £5. The book on military abductions, My Lab, is super expensive. I know. It's like, what, $80 and very rare if it's still in print, or maybe more than that. I think that speaks to some of it. Oh, where's mine? I think I put my FBI book. I have that FBI file book with all the abductions. That's right. Where did I put it? I probably put it away back. I did. I put it back on the shelf in the other room. I'll go get it. I picked up this. It's as thick as Disclosure. Yeah, I mean, this thing's like, what, 400 pages? 500? 580? Yeah, that's cool. I'd like to see it. Military abductions. That is interesting. What do you mean? Military abductions. That just caught me. I wasn't catching it. So people in the military were abducted? That would be fantastic. Thank you, Views with a Z, for bringing that up. I'm going to check that out. What's up, Freestone? Jar Jar? I know. What's up, Whirlamar? I think the crazy things that's happening is that people in the pop are losing their marbles. Mental lunacy is the silent pandemic. It's that, and it's fentanyl. It's drugs. It's so many people are doing drugs right now. It's sad. What's this? $6 here. Yeah. All right, we're all caught up. I got a video, I think, here. Let me pull this up. This is a good one. I've had so much, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Let's see. All right, here we go. I need a new chair, too. Did you hear it? All right, here we go. I don't know what's going on. There is this new kick that Bob Lazar is being sort of vindicated, or that he is being called truthful after all. Have you heard about this? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Why why people are starting. I have the article. I got to bring it up here. We'll still talk a little bit about the abductions, but I just realized that this Bob Lazar story I got to talk about too.
The new footage of
this
these
isn't
crafts that show them rotating 180 degrees before they take off is exactly how he described.
First of all, Joe Rogan just made a big, huge mistake right there. He said he saw this video where the objects, he's talking about the gimbal, it came out and turns 180 degrees, then took off before it took off. Nah, I don't remember hearing any of that. Listen to what he says. He just makes shit up.
Story.
Right.
Since the 1980s, and the new footage of these crafts that show them rotating 180 degrees before they take off is exactly how he described.
Hey, he knew there was a place called S4. There had been no.
Do you hear the bullshit? God, Joe Rogan sometimes gets so stoned, he's like me, he forgets.
Oh, no articles about that, no mention. I looked for it.
It's up to you to believe Bob. I'll say this. Bob's a normal guy. Bob's not crazy.
Bob Lazar has,
he's a sociopath!
For the most part, on everything he has said, it has been telling the truth. Those are the odds. And I would say, if you're betting against that, you're betting against substantial odds.
And all of the people talking about Bob Lazar are like this guy, Mr. Gullibility, Mr. Billionaire, who can just do whatever he wants and say what he wants. I don't like Bigelow too much. Only because he doesn't tell us anything. And he just seems like a condescending, arrogant prick. He seems like a billionaire. I don't like him. Never have. He looks like a crooked motherfucker.
And the chances are you're going to lose.
But yeah, if you're talking about being a winner every time history writes itself,
right.
Bob, it's insane.
What's really impressive to me is that he's had the same exact story since the 1980s, and the new footage of these crafts that show them rotating 180 degrees before they take off is exactly.
Isn't that bullshit? Isn't that funny how he said that and it's not even true? It's not even close to the truth. That nobody said that. Nobody said the UFOs, they turn 180 degrees first before then they take off. No, nobody ever said that. I'd remember. You know? It's hilarious to me. Super fun. God, I love this world. I wanted to play this yesterday, but I ran out of time. Check this out. This is really goofy. This is just off the topic, but.
And this is who y'all voted for.
Listen to the idiot! Hey, everybody! The idiot's on!
Today we mark a truly grim, heartbreaking milestone. 500,071 dead.
Listen to what he says
That's more
next.
Americans who've died in 1 year in this pandemic than in World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War combined.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
And this is who y'all voted for.
Listen to the idiot! Hey,
You know, I'm having a problem here. Yeah, StreamYard's being glitchy for the first time. I don't know why. Isn't that funny? 500,071. Yeah, more than all the wars combined with 110 million people dead. What a reject. What a reject he is. Embarrassing to humanity. Interesting comment was made. Somebody says Congress, NASA, the scientific community, military, DOD, and Pentagon, none of these entities would be involved in the research of UFOs if there wasn't a phenomena to study in the first place? Keep that in mind, right? All right. It's interesting now, right? Doesn't that make sense? It's true. It's true. But abductions, that's the one that keeps me here. It's the only thing. Because it's not the video evidence of anybody else out there. It seems like there are good things out there to watch, but in the end, we just don't know. If it's too good to be true, it always is. And if anybody can get abducted and get some evidence, that'd be important. Tom DeLonge claims a secret document from the DOD in the Pentagon that proves telekinesis is real. I'm sorry, what? Want me to repeat that? Yeah, Tom DeLonge claims secret DOD document from UFO program proves telekinesis is real. I just don't have the energy to read. I just don't. You know, this is weird. You got to see this. I can't believe this POS. Look, you know, we all know what Lou is, right? Fake. It's fake. We cannot allow the antiquated stigma around UAP or inflexible mindsets within our government to prevent the American people from learning the truth, whatever that may be. So I got an idea for Lou. I got an idea. He's always talking about his NDA. Can't say this, I can't say that. If he really wants to help, if he really wants to do something, he would violate the NDA. Violate it. They're not going to take him out. They're not going to ruin him. He's too well known now. And if that happens, what do you think would happen? It depends on what he says, I guess. If Lou comes out and says they're real, I've seen it, here's where they are, everybody, you can go there at 5 o'clock, they're going to be something like that with specifics. But I have a feeling, sadly, Lou is just a prop. He's not real. No, he's a prop. He will always get us nothing. What Lou does, he's keeping people interested. That's his job. Nothing else. Lou doesn't investigate. Lou doesn't look for UFOs. Lou knows he's got everything already at his ready. And apparently, every time I hear stories about Lou from people that I know that know him, it's always the same thing. Dude, he knows shit. No, he doesn't. Did he tell you something? Yeah, kinda. Well, that's not a strong yes. So no, he bullshitted you. And you. And you. And you. And you. And you. He bullshitted you. Just remember that. Lou can't tell you anything. If Lou said something to you behind the scenes and not on camera, he's a freaking liar. You want to know why? He violated the NDA. How does he know nobody around that little circle of friends or acquaintances isn't recording that conversation? How stupid is he to even play around with telling people things that he can't tell the public? Right? Because it's a lie. He's creating a myth behind the scenes, too. It's really rather brilliant, actually. Tell people you're really a special person. You have these gifts, and that's why the government chooses you, because you can remote view and you're sensitive. And nah. Lou is exactly what you hear when you say his name. They left off the other half. Zer. Lou Zer. That's you, Lou. Thanks for doing nothing for ufology. The guy did absolutely nothing but created a problem in this field. And the problem is confusion. He said he was going to do it. That's what he did. Not really, but really. He tried. He tried. And the fact that he tried, and he's still talking to people behind the scenes, giving them fake information to make it look like he's in the know. Don't you get it? He's playing you all. No, I would know. No, you wouldn't know. That's a professional. He gets paid to screw with you. That's why I don't know how anybody's friends with this guy. I could never be friends with him. Ever. Because I would think he's always plotting and scheming and lying, because that's what he's so used to doing. It's in his blood. You can't change his spots. They're ingrained on that coat he's wearing. It's true. Have you seen Lou? How much he's aged in the last 4 or 5 years? He looks like he's 10 years older than he should be. It's terrible. Well, maybe because he lost some weight. He did. He dropped 30 pounds from his belly to his ass. A gush all over the internet. All right. I saw a couple supers. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk about Lou so bad. He's a really nice guy. He means well for everything in ufology. He does. Even though he said, I'm not about disclosure. I'm not here for disclosure. His words, not mine. Intergalactic overhaul with the $5. It's all good, bruh. Next toke on me. All right. Will do. Will do. That reminded me of this. That what I just did. It's stupid, but it did. It reminded me of this. Right? I was like, And then I went, I'm just kidding. All right. That's what I'm doing. Thanks, Kai. Mucho gusto, generoso. Intergalactic overhaul. I think I forgot your real name. What's your real name? Mike? Dave? I don't remember your name. You like that one there, Sizzle Chest, huh? Yeah, Lulu Loser. Oh, yeah, he was Wilford Brimley in disguise. Quaker Oats. I used to do his voice back in the day. Quaker Oats. I have to hear it. I did it perfectly. It was funny. Yeah, because like Cocoon. Remember? We won't get any older and we won't ever die. Remember that? Bob Lazar. All right, here we go. I'm just spinning the wheel right now. I'm just spinning the wheel. Why are people saying Bob Lazar is legit? You want to know why? Well, George Knapp on Weaponized with Jeremy, Knapp explained a lot of the corroborating evidence regarding people that confirm Bob Lazar's claims, as well as the S4 base that he worked at. Well, that's all he worked at, right? Yeah. Lazar's identity as an Area 51 scientist has always been discussed by other people in ufology. Well, lately, Dr. Travis Scott has also been seen discrediting Bob Lazar and said he did work at Area 51, but as a janitor. Many users find it a direct attack on Lazar's credentials as he failed to show his qualifications. However, there are credible experts that have confirmed Lazar's work at Area 51. Knapp revealed to Corbell that while working on the follow-up series UFOs The Best Evidence in 1990, he came to know about a man named Alfred O'Donnell, who was the general manager at EG&G in Nevada that managed Area 51. According to Knapp, O'Donnell claimed that they did have flying saucer that had been recovered from New Mexico and a live being. Well, that's it. Yeah, there's your proof. Bob Lazar's legit because Alfred O'Donnell said so. That's corroborating evidence like I've never seen before. Great job, George. Great. Can you wheel his mother out too while you're at it? And get her to say, oh, he used to make bread for Bob. Bob's bread. Bob's bread. Remember that, Alfred? Unbelievable. Oh, they even had a live being. Confirmed. Hey, Alfred said so. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Get all the funding. We're going to look for aliens now because of Alfred. He confirmed Bob Lazar is right. We're good. Because George Knapp believes anything anybody says, you gullible old soul. George, just pass the baton over. Crazy Eyes is ready. I'm surprised you haven't taken the knife out of your back yet, George. Oh, he will. Yeah, yeah. Corbell will. I'll never stab George Napster in the back until he's dead. Yeah, you'll see. Just wait. When George dies in 2030, because that's when he dies, Jeremy Corbell will say some shit. He was my friend and my mentor, but he had a funny smell. He'll say something. Well, O'Donnell, this guy Alfred O'Donnell, who, by the way, you got to see this guy. He looks like he's a German spy. It looks like he took out a lot of people. This guy. Look at this guy. I don't trust him. That's Alfred O'Donnell. Oh, see? Sorry, Al. Well, he was the prominent figure in Area 51, it says here, who had all clearance to walk anywhere in the facility. Moreover, his background is good enough to add credibility to Bob Lazar's claims. Knapp shared his story of meeting O'Donnell, who told him about the recovered craft that was stored at the Indian Springs Air Force Base, but later was transferred to newly built Area 51 in 55. They moved it to an adjacent facility. He didn't say it was S4. He didn't say it was Papoose. But I think what he was talking about, Papoose Lake, is where Bob Lazar said he worked, and where they built the hangars underground disguised to look like the desert, and where they had other recovered craft, Knapp said. O'Donnell told Knapp all the secret information about UFOs at a coffee shop. This is fantastic. Guys, Bob Lazar's legit. Alfred said so. No, he did. This guy. It's okay. Bob's legit. He said that they were trying to reverse engineer the recovered crafts and duplicate the technology to build more crafts like that. Further, O'Donnell revealed that they were worried that it, quote unquote, could get out. He said they were holding it in a cage as they did not understand it. We didn't know what it was. To tell you the truth, we couldn't communicate with it. In the beginning, we didn't know what it was. We didn't know where it was from. And we didn't know what to do with it. Eventually, they figured out a way to communicate with it. And so I asked him, well, what did it look like? He said, well, it kind of looks like a certain political candidate. At the time Ross Perot was running for president, he said it looked like Ross Perot. A skinny little guy with big ears and a tiny head. Not a classic-looking gray, but a very odd-looking creature. We already talked about this. Eggush.
Secrets, cover-ups, and strange
Right
phenomena.
over here is where he goes into it.
In secrecy. Some would argue too much secrecy.
I'm sorry, I'm not aware of that.
Not aware of a facility.
Here we
CIA
go.
officials out at Area 51 during a very exciting time, it sounds like. Are you aware of a facility or facilities on or near Nellis Range designated S4 past, present, or future?
Is that Jeremy Corbell? Yes, it is. Should I lie?
I should probably say that one. I'm sorry, I'm not aware of that.
Oh my
Not aware of
God.
a facility called S4.
How stupid is this guy? I don't know. What should I say? You can't say. Why can't I say? Just don't say it. I don't know. What should I say? Should I say, I think I'm going to say no. I'm saying no. Shut off. God, people are so stupid. You are stupid. Think for yourself, Bernie Sanders wannabe. Frickin' Ross Perot with no ears.
Okay.
Let me rewind that a little bit. I'm a little angry at that guy.
Facilities are designated S4 past, present, or future.
I know.
I should probably say that one. I'm sorry, I'm not aware of that.
Not aware of a facility called S4. Okay.
Silliness. S4 is alleged to be a sub-facility of Area 51 where non-terrestrial spacecraft are studied in an attempt to reverse engineer alien technology. Yeah. Bullshit. You ready? Are you ready for this? Haha, just like Doty said. No, he didn't say that. He said there was one underground at S4.
An S4 at Tonopah?
There is a Site 4 at Tonopah Test Range, which, by the way, Tonopah Test Range is listed in some of the Department of Energy phone books as Area 52.
So that would explain the public acknowledgement from information officer in 1989 when a well-known journalist called and asked about a facility called S4. They were probably referring to the one in Tonopah.
Most likely, yes.
And are there multiple or single S4s that any of you are aware of?
There's
We
multiple.
had a Site 4 where we parked our Soviet radar.
Thank you very much. Fascinating. So the last question is for Dr. Robarge. Just a personal curiosity. I get to ask the weird questions. So as the chief historian for the CIA, are you aware of, in 1971, the Department of Defense asked for, produced, and publicly funded a feature film titled UFOs Past, Present, and Future,
Right.
where it was admitted on camera by high-ranking officials in the military that UFOs, as far as they could tell, were of non-terrestrial origin. Are you aware of that film and the funding of it by the Department of Defense in 1971?
No, I'm afraid not. It would have no CIA equity in it.
So the CIA is no longer studying the UFO phenomenon, or they are? They're not officially right now studying the UFO phenomenon. Thank you.
What else? Anything else for our panel? I mean, secrets can be kept, right? We hear this. Washington leaks like a sieve. There's no such thing as a secret. Secrets can be kept, can't they?
Can't confirm or deny that we keep any secrets.
Stupid.
Panel, thank you very much.
That was cool. Thanks, Intergalactic Overhaul. Jesse. Now I remember. I couldn't remember your last name for the life of me. Thank you. That makes sense now. Hi, Dorothy. What are you saying? What if reverse engineering of alien craft is simply us making great strides off of what the Germans did? Okay, so many here during World War II in Operation Paperclip. Yeah. You know, that is exactly why they brought a lot of, well, they didn't bring all the Germans over. They just wanted the best of the best to use these guys to make better rockets, because that's what they were really good at, right? Propulsion, von Braun, and all that stuff. So it is possible, because of Admiral Richard Byrd having an encounter with Nazi alien craft. And I got to be honest with you, I believe that story. I believe in that Operation Paperclip. I do. I believe that whole thing. I don't think that's a psyop, because back then, why would it be? Not everybody had a TV, let alone radio. So a psyop isn't something that would have even been said back in those days. So forget that. It really has to do with either found technology that the Germans found and figured out a way to back engineer these things. Maybe not perfectly, but well enough. They got them up in the air, right? I don't know. All I know is I believe in that Richard Byrd story, Operation Paperclip. And if I believe in that, then I would have to believe there is a strong possibility we have back engineered Nazi alien UFOs. That to me makes sense. Still UFOs, but the Nazis found them and or back engineered them themselves. See, that's what those look like in those old pictures and stuff, you know, whatever. It looks like they back engineered, made it. They made the shell with whatever metals they had at the, you know, back then, but the propulsion system, you can't see it. So we don't know what was back engineered. We just know they flew like they had no propulsion, you know, no gas or oil, obviously. So, Dorothy, you're probably right. And I believe it's a mixture of a lot of things. I believe that I don't think we have crashed UFOs. I don't think so. I don't think that's at all true. What I really believe is that the aliens, like, let's just say for shits and giggles that some species didn't make it. Maybe some of them left their craft behind, hid them for whatever reason, and we found them in strange parts of the world, Antarctica, right? The jungles, the desert, my God, the desert, the heat, my God, the heat. Everywhere on the planet, in the ocean, I believe they found, I don't know if they found something in the ocean, maybe unearthed something. I'm not sure yet, but I think it would be much more difficult to go deep in water than it would be to go deep into ice at Antarctica or deep in the jungles. I think that's why we've only monitored or marked 7% of the oceans or something like that, which I still find hard to believe. You mean we don't know what the bottom of the ocean looks like? We never sent a camera down there? I thought we went to the deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench in the Atlantic anyway, right? Isn't that in the Atlantic? Yeah. No? It is, right? It's not the Pacific. Anyway, whatever. In the ocean. Dorothy, that one comment triggered an interesting thought process that I really enjoyed. People think that they're alien craft. Maybe they're not even alien. Right? What if these were objects? Okay, so let's do a little history reboot, especially what we learned here in the last week about the Sphinx. The Sphinx has water erosion and wind erosion. It's a fact. It's proven. There's nothing saying, oh, possibly. No, there is water erosion. And that type of water erosion could have only happened around 9,500 years ago. Because some archaeologists and scientists saying that the Sphinx is only 4,500 years old. Not true. Maybe the pyramids are. But the Sphinx is old, and there's supposedly two of them. We haven't found the other one, or have we? I don't know. But if that's true, the landscape looked way different. Things were being unearthed. I don't know. I was going somewhere and I lost my train of thought. Why I even went that way? It was important. It could have been important if you forgot about it. I've got 20 thoughts going through my head at one time. It doesn't matter. You're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. And I just remembered what it was. It's most likely, what did I say the other day? All these extinction events, extinction level events, volcanoes, hurricanes, no. Asteroids, comets that created night during the day and everything dies. Those type of extinction level events happen, 6 times that we know of? And it may have to do with technology. The weird thing about it, and when you're in this field and you get used to hearing the same things over and over and over and over and over, I still get in my head the Ariel school kids. I can't get them out of my head lately. Ever since we had the Spygate, the balloon thing, those kids talk to the aliens and telepathically, and whatever they were, aliens, hybrid humans, aliens, they told the children that your own technology will be your demise, more or less. I'm paraphrasing. So they know. Because why? Because it's happened before. How did it happen? War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Bad boys, what you do? What you do? What you gonna do? Bad boys, bad boys. It is bing bang zoom pow boom. It's us. We have found, I really believe this. I do. I really do. I'll tell you why I do. Not a lot of pictures of aliens. No, not a lot. I don't even know if there are any. We've seen a few that were most likely faked, but let's just say we haven't seen any clear ones, have we? No, we haven't. And that's a problem. Man, and then last night I was talking about what if they're living in the earth and on top. I think they do. I think they live in the earth. Kind of like a hollowed earth. And what about the pilots that were flying an emergency medical mission for someone who was hurting, dying in Antarctica, and they had taken a shortcut to avoid a storm, which would save them 15 minutes since the guy was dying. They get there quicker, and they saw the hole into the earth. They saw it. And then they were, you got to get away from there, Johnson. What are you doing in that area? Well, we avoided the storm, so you have no authorization to go that route. We had to. He's going to die. He died anyway. You can fly your plane right into that and be in hollowed earth. What's weird about hollowed earth is that if you do go into that little hole, is it what's happening on the sun? We see those objects going into the sun, then they come out the other side, or are they? I don't know if it's an illusion, but what if you go into the earth and it's like a veil, like it's just a curtain, and you go through that hole, and you're not in the earth, you're on another planet. That's what I think happens. And I think the process is so unique and something you never experienced, that you can't process it. So your brain sees what it sees, and that's how you accept it. Oh, I must be in the earth because you looked like you went into the earth. But reality is you were transported. See, that's another strange thing about what I don't know about space. What we're finding out now from the Voyager spacecraft that they sent out 40 years ago, you know, the ones with the little record on it, and we sent it out for other aliens to find, and hopefully they find us with the map we sent and all the voices of the children. Greetings from Earth, motherfucker. You know, shit like that. You got Morgan Freeman on there. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get out of here. It's time to go. Okay, I'm back. All right, I got a video I'm going to play. I had to vent and say shit off camera or off mic. Oh, yeah, I did put a poll up. And I said, are alien abductions caused by sleep paralysis? Somebody said that this was a confusing question. I don't see how. Are alien abductions caused by sleep paralysis? What's so hard about that? Well, I ended the poll. Are alien abductions caused by sleep paralysis? 63 said no. 36 said yeah. I thought it would be the other way. Oh my gosh, that is really cool. At 154 votes, you guys did the reverse. I knew you guys were cool. You guys are right on. You get it. You get it. Yeah, that's how I spell it. I spell my Fridays like I go on Facebook, I say Friday, and on over here I leave the message for the show every day. On Friday I say Friday is Friday, Fryday. It should be spelled that way. Because FRI, I get it, but it's not, you can't make Friday frivolous, you know? It's just FRY. I like FRY. That's funny that you did that. I probably didn't even notice it. I don't know. Maybe I did and I didn't say anything. I don't know. I didn't, I guess. That's great. I'm sorry. Thanks, though. That's a mucho to Gustorama. Thanks, Dorothy. I appreciate it. I do. You're a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Good friend of the show. And all that stuff. Who told me to check? Samo did. It's not a hole in Antarctica. It's a portal. Exactly. You know, I didn't even see you say that until just now. And I was actually getting there. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. It's not an a-hole. No. It's the hole. It's a porthole. It's a portal. It is. The sun has one. What if planets that are still active, I don't know if planets ever die, but like Earth someday, let's go to Mars. Mars, it still has a core, but eventually, let's go to Earth. So when the center of the Earth stops spinning, we don't get our magnetic field anymore, so we'll all get fried from radiation. But anyway, once that stops, then the plate tectonics got to stop, right? And then I would imagine the weather would be really weird for certain parts. I don't know. It would just be a really different world we'd be living in. I don't know where I was going with that one either. Thank you, Chris Rogers, a continuing supporter of Goof on. £2, £2. Nice. Yeah, I said there was no sound. Are you guys not seeing what I did? You know what I mean? I'm sitting there going, I know there's no sound. I know there's no sound. Look at all these people. No sound, mother. Oh, sound's back. Where's the sound? What happened? Hello? Where's the sound? Qui pasa? It's que pasta. All right? You come on this channel, it's que pasta. All right? Ma! Meatballs for que pasta. You almost had me saying que pasa. Your sign language needs work. No, it doesn't. I think my sign language works. What's this? Your tongue? All right, I got more work to do. Stop joking around. You're not funny. I know. I thought they would like me more if I would make them laugh. Well, you're not funny. Nobody thinks you're funny. Stop trying. Okay. Well, let's get to the next video. Okay. All right. That better? Much better. So Bob Lazar is telling, why am I reading this? Oh, okay. Rich G. Why is there? That was a Twitter feed called Rich G. Hold on. Oh, wait. I had a UFO video. I never played it because I am a moron. All right. So this is from Think Tank. I want to show you this video, and I want to see if you can feel what I feel. Son of a... You... going to be calm. What's the rule? What's the rule? What's the rule? Unacceptable. Oh, I know what you're going to say. Oh, but there were 2 dots. How close did that person get to that? Can we pull that back up, producer? How close did he get? Didn't he get close in the beginning? Go to the beginning. There, that's as close as he got. I know what you guys are saying. Well, that is just beautiful. That's an amazing, unbelievable, fantastic looking UFO. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, you may not have. But it's 2 balloons tied together. Rich, how do you know? Well, there's more than 2. Let me just tell you that. There's probably like 5 or 6. Because at the top, the reason you see it disappearing and appearing is because it is being blown around a little bit and it's spinning from one balloon to another. I have a balloon test that duplicates this exactly with balloons. That's why dots are dots. That's all. Somebody sent, I'm not going to say who, somebody sent me a sighting, and I think they may have done it as a joke, but they seem serious. But I mean, because I say no dots, and what did they send me? Dots. And it was at night, and that's worse than anything. And they never got close. At least here we get perspective. You know, we get to see this and other things here. But that's a balloon. The interesting thing about, my God, stop throwing up. The interesting thing about this, though, is nothing. Never mind. See the smokestack? See how it's going this way? When we started this video, even just the last 20 seconds, it moved from here to here. Same direction as the smoke. Watch. See? It's right above it now. So it's moving. And then when the smoke comes out, it tells us which way the wind's going. So that's obviously a balloon, kids. End of story. That's why dots are terrible, because most likely they're balloons or stars or dust or insects very close to the screen. Something Marie's UFOs just refuses to accept. You know, it's sad. I only show that video, as dumb as it may be to some people, as a training tool, because I think we need more and more training. We can never have enough. Seriously, you can't. And if what I'm saying to you makes sense, then it's most likely true. If I was showing you something and it did the opposite, you wouldn't believe me, would you? No. So why do you believe Jeremy Corbell? Why? Why would you believe that guy? He shows us one thing and then says something else. You just said you wouldn't believe me if I did it. Oh, he's on mainstream media. You're on YouTube. Well, check this out. YouTube's better than mainstream media because it's forever and it's repeatable and it doesn't go away. Oh, that's forever. So here's another sighting. Let's keep you guys sharp. Now, I want to see what you think about this one, because we've got bigger dots, but these are better. I don't mind these dots. You'll see why. However, it doesn't look real. Is it real? Or is it Memorex? Is that real? Is that really a UFO of some sort right there? Or is it fake? What are we looking at? It seems like she's seeing something. She's talking. I don't know what language it's in. but the video looks to be legit. And if it is, this is really interesting. Watch. It takes off. Not at a fast rate, but fast enough that it got smaller and dimmed away. That's a good video, my friends. I don't know. Let's play it again. Can we play it again? If this is real, I don't know. I think it's real. Anybody? It is. I do. I really do think it's real. See, and Helen, I think it does. That's weird. This is one of the very few times where I feel like something that's too good to be true could be true. So, Helen, you might be right. I may be too gullible because I'm so hungry for something to be real. I could be a little bit, nah, who are we kidding? It's not fake. Connect the dots with goof on. That's actually funny. 2 dots, 1 sky. No debunking. Meet Corbell and Knapp. And what can we shorten their names as? What's that? Let's watch the end again. Just the end. This is the best part. Because it looks real. It looks real. And I'll tell you, it looks real, guys. I really believe that what we just saw might be a legit UFO of some sort. Could it have been drones? I don't think so. See, that bothers me because I'll never know anything about that video that we just watched. It is from Graz, Australia. Graz. Oh my God, that's cool. It's an Australian sighting. Oh, here's another one. Oh, wait. Oh, it's another. Hold on a second. Oh, wow. Somebody else. It's another camera that had it on video too. Check it out. But they didn't get the whole thing. They just... Watch, you'll see, because I guess here it is. Somebody else recorded it. But they didn't get the end of it. They did something stupid. See? So somebody else captured it. It even looks a little different. Further away and whatnot. And that wasn't in the other one. But they stopped it for some reason. They might have hit the button by accident. Sometimes you touch your screen and it stops recording. I hate that. I did that. I was driving and I had my finger like this, right? And I don't know how I did it, but I must have touched it and didn't feel it while I went over a bump. And I have it on my little holder, like on the dash, and I'm getting close to it. And my finger's like this. I'm hitting the bumps in the road. Hold on. Every time I cough, I feel like I am Breaking Bad. When he was coughing, and then he goes like this, and then he gets all the spittle off himself. God, that was so good. Did you see the Breaking Bad commercial for breaking Doritos? Unambiguous claims, Mick West says, require unambiguous evidence. Compelling sounding stories from credible seeming people is not enough. So where is the actual data? Where is the actual data, he says twice. Is there any that's actually unambiguous? And I'll show you. It's Mick West. He says, no mere balloons? An open letter to Ryan Graves concerning the ambiguity of unidentified aerial phenomena. Oh, I didn't read this. There were no mere balloons, he says, Graves. None of them? How many would you say were unambiguously not balloons or other airborne clutter? Consider that of the pilot reports with sufficient data to be characterized as per the last UAP report, the majority were balloons. Do you actually have the data to demonstrate otherwise? How much data, if yes? Graves says, the unidentified aerial phenomena accelerated at speeds up to Mach 1, the speed of sound. We do that! What is that, 550 miles an hour? I'm not reading this. We'll do this another time. I'm saving it. We'll get back to that someday. But I wanted to play this video of George Knapp. I got it right here. I think this is it. Yep, this is it. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's right. I went to it myself and did it manually. Oh, no, this is a different part. Yeah, this is a different part. So this is also interesting from that panel that you saw with on George Knapp and Corbell asking the questions a little earlier. Here's another portion of the video I was playing, which is also interesting. God, I hope it's not the same exact thing. That would be weird. Yeah, I went to one. Oh, I did. Maybe it is.
Anything else for our panel? I mean, secrets can be kept, right?
Well, that's where I stopped it.
We hear this. Washington leaks like a sieve. There's no such thing as a secret. Secrets can be kept, can't they?
Dr. Bruce Maccabee, Navy optical physicist, also a prime.
Oh, by the way, Bruce Maccabee, and I'm going on record again, and I think I need to keep this up because I was saying this every year. Bruce Maccabee is a shill. He is the worst when it comes to analyzing UFO videos. He will tell you what they want you to know, not what he's actually. I mean, this guy's the worst. And he's so respected. He's awful. Just awful. Probably the worst of the supposed best who look at videos in this field. Jim Delatoso, same thing. He sold out. He sold out big time for the Phoenix Lights. Oh, yeah. That guy's a shithead. He's not a shill. He stinks, too. Man, I love this field. In May, just so you guys know, because in the middle of this month, I want to go to around the 21st or so. I will be going down to Miami, Fort Lauderdale area for sure. But I want to do the haunted house in this month too. But what else? I was just going to say something else I wanted to do. There was something. Oh, I also we're going to go to Washington in April, right? We're going to go to Washington, D.C. I'm going to do what Lou Elizondo told us to do. March on the streets. He did it again. He said that again. I gave it to him, though, pretty hard with my response. Oh, I did, yeah. I was good. It was good, though. It was good. It wasn't mean, but it was good. Oh, what is he saying?
I'm a UFO investigator for decades. Did a study.
Oh, yeah, Bruce Maccabee. The worst. Sellout. Government bootlicker.
And he's tried to look at this CIA claim that their spy planes caused a spike in the sightings of UFOs, that they're responsible for UFOs.
Right.
Okay, I've heard this a lot. So it is often argued by the CIA a lot, actually, because that was, should we tell that first time, Coach, or we put me in somewhere? Okay, so this is pretty funny. So the CIA basically has had this thing saying, oh, well, if you look at UFO sightings, it's all us. Now, we know UFO sightings go back, to, beginning of recorded human history, but I hear this so many times that there's spikes in UFO sightings because of these special normal planes that we're creating. We hear that all the time. But there's a problem with that story. And then I want to tell how you put me in after that. But what is the problem with that story specifically?
Well, there's several. One is a U-2 spy plane does not look like a UFO. It looks like a...
From 50 to 100,000 feet, it does. I mean, come on, George. Use your head. From 100,000, 50,000, 30,000 feet, if you just got a regular camera like most people do, regular consumer grade camera, which most people have, they're not going to see details unless they buy the lens extension or some way to modify it to see better. I love these guys, man. I like what they're talking about, though. I really do. Their shows are good. Very good. I'm not jealous, but I'm envious. They do really good work. It's fun. I don't mind it. No, I don't. I like it. And then you know what? And I recommend you watch Jeremy Corbell's Weaponized with George Knapp. Let me tell you why. They're in the know of what's going on now. Like, these are the guys that are in it. Real time. These are the people that are on the news. Right? Mainstream media. So I do recommend paying attention because a lot of stuff is going to start happening with Jeremy and George. And I think you should pay attention from the beginning of this, and just watch the progression. The shows are good. I'm serious. They're really good. I think so. And you know me, if I didn't like it, I would tell you. I wouldn't. Why would I want to promote, because 95% of the stuff they're saying, I believe in. But the evidence, I don't. I don't like their evidence, but I like what they're saying. And I like that they're driven at least. These guys they're connected because George Knapp's connected. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm envious. I really am. That's why I'm saying I have got to step it up. They stepped it up. We've got to too. We've gotten a little too complacent here. I feel like I'm running in quicksand and I'm not getting anything done. Even though, I'm working a lot, just not enough. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm so hungry still, and I have so much to talk about. I wish I could do a show in the morning and a show at night. Like right after Amy's, go on at like 8 o'clock. See, I would do one at 8 in the morning and 8 at night, an hour each. I'm sorry. I changed my mind on that. I would do 90 minutes each. 90 minutes to me feels like 30. 2 hours feels like an hour and a half. Isn't that weird? That extra 30 minutes is a lot. It feels like an extra hour. It's weird. But 90 minutes, I'm still thinking about it. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's a good idea. I might have to give it a try because I am going to bed like at midnight. That's when I've been falling asleep. 11:48. Somewhere around there last night, 11:44 the night before. I remember it was around those times. Fell asleep with food in my hand. And then I'm waking up and it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I went right over to Amy's show and said hi to everybody and fell back to sleep for a little while longer. But I think I could do 2 shows, one in the morning, one at night. Oh, I have a great idea. I don't know, but I may be able to. I'll tell you why. I tell you why. I am going to force myself to work. I'm going to tell you why. The first day I do a show, I may not go every morning. I don't know, maybe just Monday through Friday, but no weekends anymore. That's what I would do. I'd get rid of the weekends and just do the night show on the weekends. Just Monday through Friday during the day. But anyway, between when I end my show, let's say 9:30 in the morning, I'm awake, right? I should be awake and I should grab my camera and get out there and go work and record people and get all that stuff ready for tomorrow morning, the next morning, or that night. But sometimes you can't get stuff edited the way you want it. But that's what I'm thinking. If I could go out every day and just interview people, man on the street, Florida, all over the place I would go. And then that's like the Leak Project. That's how hard the Leak Project is working. He's always on. He's doing something all the time, that guy. Poor guy got shadow banned too, like a mother. That guy grew, and then all of a sudden, bam! They put the kibosh on him. But I like the Leak Project. Yeah, he meets a lot of people. And I think if I go out there, I too will meet people. So I'm thinking about it. If I was to do a morning show, maybe I don't do a morning show at all. Maybe I just get up and go out and then have it all ready for the night show and members. I don't know. There's so many things, but anyway, there's a lot of stuff happening. I'm just letting you know. You've heard it all before, I know. This time it's different. I have to push, have to go further than we've ever gone. Have to. Somebody sent $10.10. Rebecca! Oh, that is really sweet of you. I didn't even know. When did you send this? It doesn't give me the time. Oh, you just... An hour ago? No. I checked. At the top of the hour, 49 minutes ago. It wasn't here. It could have taken a minute to process. Thank you, Rebecca. Hope she's still here. She is. Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you very much. She says, "Agoosh on Friday night, goof on an alien abductions." Hey. I like it when a girl says agoosh. Thanks for that, by the way. The agoosh. And the 1010. $10.10. I know why you put the 1010. You're a 10. I'm a 10. No. What is that? One? Just one? We're ones? Oh, you're doing 1010. It's my narcissistic ways coming out. Oh, I just got itchy right there. Oh. I used to be able to do a chimpanzee. Perfect, but my throat's not the same. All right. Thank you very much for hanging out tonight. Newcomers and veterans, unbelievable support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe while you're here. I don't know how we lost like 10 subscribers today. Yeah, I don't know how this happens. And we will be back tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday, Saturday? Oh, wait a shit. Hold on. Tomorrow, I got bad news. Tomorrow is supposed to be, the 5 o'clock show. But I have a birthday I'm going to be at 3. I guess I could leave at 4. Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow at 5. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. We are Truthology for ufology. Ow. All right. And for all those out there, thank you for all the support, everything. I really appreciate it. And alien bless. Alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul. What you just said is one of the most insanely...
Control, this is Flight. We're tracking 3 fast-moving objects, origin unknown.
Flight, can you hear me? Flight, can you hear me? Flight.